Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to the Cult of Vintage. So today we are in Burnham, Burnham, Pennsylvania. I never knew it existed until I tried to Google Goodwill stores and this one came up. We are in a very beautiful rural community in Pennsylvania, nestled amongst the mountains here. It's lovely. Um, this Goodwill does look to be a smaller Goodwill, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be a huge Goodwill to be a good Goodwill. But we're going to go ahead and get in here and see if we can't find anything for resale or for a collection. I'll show you the exterior. Wish me luck. Okay, bye. Alright, so here's your exterior. Let's not get run over. I'm gonna see how this goes once we get inside. Um, yeah, it's small, but that's okay. We'll see if we can't find something. All right, here we go. Okay, here we are on the interior. I've never seen this in a Goodwill before. They have like these freestanding two-sided shelving units. I think they were going for kind of specific looks on these. Like you'll see the red, white, and blue here with the Raggedy Ann, the little boho-y attempt there. There was effort. There was effort. And I do see then a little beach scene there. I'm about to pick up this little, what wants to be, I believe, a Czechoslovakian hand-painted vase. It is pretty. I love the white. I love the clear. I love the overall simplicity of it. At $1.99, it's not that bad. Now, I'm running my thumb over it simply because the flowers are a little too chunky. So we don't believe it's genuine. We're about to make a jump here. I don't, it's pretty. I think at $1.99, it's certainly something that you could put into your home decor. Now, this being a smaller Goodwill, the aisles were a decent size, but the colors, it was like, what was this? Green and blue and red and blue. There was a lot of blue. I did see that green glass frog. It had some good weight. I liked the color. But being a tea light, it was a little too new for me. Now, we do see these siesta wear, and I'm flipping it over just to make sure it's not a knockoff, and I'm trying to make sure that it does, in fact, say siesta wear. I've decided at this point, I was like, you know what? If I find some other colors, I will get that one. Now, I do see this Tupperware strainer, and the reason that I picked it up is because this is the strainer that I remember, oh my gosh, for years in the home. I think it got melted. I might have left it on the stove. I don't know that my mother was too happy with me when I did that. It was an accident. So we are perusing. It's pretty standard fare for Goodwill. It's not overly thrilling, too exciting. I'm going to make a little jump here because some of the people were, I don't want to say aggressive, but they were just like, I'm not getting out of your way even if you say excuse me. And look at that. I do find another siesta wear mug. This one obviously is in the blue. So I decide, you know what? I'm checking because I saw that little white and I was like, are you chipped? But the handle, the brass, they're in really good condition. They did have them marked at 99 cents each. And I thought, well, you know what? That's a good deal. But when I did go to check out, I actually got them two for 99 cents. So we are seeing a lot of red. The Passion Aisle. There's a for sale sign. How appropriate. And now, you're not seeing it on this side. You are going to see it here in just a moment. They appeared to be having a little leak. I thought these were cute, the little Campbell soup thermoses. You put your soup in there. Now, yes, we did cut back to the beginning of the aisle because, just as I always say, I am a taller person, so it was a little bit harder for me to constantly be going up and down, up and down. So I will go through and I will do like the top shelves that I can see at eye level, and then I will go through and kind of crouch down and peek. And you know what I've got to say? Recording the lower ones and very high shelves is much easier with the camera because I quite literally am using the video screen to check things out on the lower level. And I found that when I have the stand, I can actually kind of telescope it up so that I can see even higher than 6'2". It's kind of nice. So we're about at the end of the aisle, and yes, we do spot clear glass. Oh, there was a hand peeking out at us. Now I'm going to make a left here. There is a little bit of brass and some baskets. I'm surprised there weren't more baskets because we were in such a rural area. I really didn't know what to expect. But again, I was pleasantly surprised at the amount of hard goods that they had. There definitely was more than what I've thought. I will say that I do have a semi-local Goodwill, and surprisingly enough, I think they have about just as much. So that was a little surprising. And we're about to make a little jump here. Again, I do apologize for the cuttiness of the video. There was a lot of people in here, so it was definitely difficult to film. And I really wanted to make sure that I didn't, capture anybody on film. This is, I guess, the purple pink aisle. I've never seen a purple pink aisle in a Goodwill. This stuff is usually in with the red. So we're going to check it out, make sure I don't miss anything. And truth be told, I didn't. We're about to make another little jump here. And where are we at? Oh, I did find this little piece. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Trust me, the aisle was blocked. There were giant, like, Rubbermaid containers on the floor. Like, you literally could not walk down the aisle. That was cute. I did run a comp on it. There wasn't a whole lot of value to it, maybe about 20, 25. And I did see this little Japan pixie. I do happen to collect these, and I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on with him. But at 99 cents, I definitely wasn't going to leave him there. He does need some cleaning, obviously. But again, those are pretty darn collectible. They can run anywhere from $20 to $25. We love a pixie here. Who doesn't? Now, we did see this. It very much was a mid-century little piece, and it is stamped Japan, and it does have its original sticker on. I believe it was $1.99. Now, the reason that I did leave it behind was because it's a very specific look. It's a very specific decor. I just didn't really see it as being really that popular. Oh, darn it. I did see in the video, I don't think that I saw them in real life. This is Limoges, France. $1.99, not bad, not bad. But underneath this shelf, I did see there they are. You see them, the yellow and the green flower. Those were kind of cute. It looks like there was only one, so I don't know that I would have gotten it anyhow. I had those also growing up. The corn on the cob. You stuck them in the ends of the ears. Because, we were sophisticated. You couldn't just put your fingers on the corn on the cob. I thought that was a bell. It turned out it was a perfume bottle. And a jump to the clear glass. Again, I know that it's not necessarily all that visually appealing, but there really is so much that you can do with clear glass. Add it as an accent piece, add colors into, whether it's like a bowl filler, like little gems or stones, putting it in with like a cream or clear ceramic. Really sophisticated look. Now, this store was kind of cut up a little interestingly. These were about 15 feet off to the right. Now, we did see this. It from a distance, it looked like EAPG, early American pressed glass. It was not. I think it may have even been a Jeanette piece. I think it's a pretty popular sculpt. Oftentimes, You will see it in a flash glass, typically in like a peacock and a green and a blue. And I do believe they did do a yellow and a red. Now, I did absolutely love this owl clock. Unfortunately, the cost to ship him would have been astronomical. And I know a lot of buyers, the shipping would turn them off. So we did see these pretty hand painted plates. They were unmarked, so I was like, I'm not risking it. I don't typically buy dinnerware, place settings, service pieces, unless it's super unusual or unique and I've never seen it before. I did just pick up a pink depression syrup pitcher. I've never seen one of those before. So I definitely picked that up. So if it's unusual, even though, pink depression glass isn't exactly rare, I've never seen a pink depression syrup glass pitcher. Now, again, I always do look at the toys because you just simply never know whether you like vintage toys or somebody stuck something there that shouldn't have gone there. And now we're back to the other, I guess, the white aisle. There was a worker that was working, and I didn't want to, film her, so I kind of had to loop around there a little bit. And we had the time then to look at the little end caps here with the figurines. I was holding out hope because we found that Pixie earlier that maybe we would find another one or another cute little vintage piece. Unfortunately, these were very the mid late 80s up through the 90s, and of course some current pieces, very dollar store, Dollar General. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just simply for vintage reselling, that it doesn't really, one of those things is not like the others. I don't know. So we're just making sure we're not missing anything. Now, interestingly enough, and I don't know if you saw it, but on the bin it did say, "For your safety, do not touch this cart." In other words, back off, leave the workers alone. Don't harass them. Oh, and she was back. She's like, "Yeah, I'm here." I'm like, "Okay." Now we are going to get the end caps then to the aisles. Again, sorry for being so kind of jumpy, but you just got to work with what you got. So this obviously is our brown aisle. Again, I know that a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's the brown, it's the wood. There's nothing ever in there." But you know what? Sometimes you just might find something good. And I have a couple of times. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that a lot of times people don't go down the brown aisle. I mean, you're here, whether you are collecting or whether you're reselling. Oh, I do see these mugs and I'm like, these are Pier 1 imports. I know these are Pier 1 imports. And guess what? They're Pier 1 imports. And I know that because I actually used to work at Pier 1 imports. Those are really cute. I think that they would look great in a home. And you know what? Pier 1 imports, there is actually a really good reselling market on those, but you really do have to know the pieces that are in higher demand. I do think that there was some room for profit on those, and I kind of regret having left those. I do know that they are about 15 years old, simply because I know that we sold them when I worked there. And I did see this little tiki mug. Now, he was a modern piece. I probably should have been able to tell that from sight, but I just wanted to make sure. Now, something does catch my eye, and it's at the bottom. And I'm not paying attention because I'm thinking that it's in focus, and I'm not, so we're going to jump to actually put it in focus. And it is this odd country kit. I don't know. And what it turns out to be is that it's actually an Italian miniature terracotta hobbyist piece. And I did get it because it was so unusual. You literally glue terracotta pieces. It's all included in the thing. Here's the rest of the aisle. And guys, we're about to wrap it up here. But before we do, I finally figured out that white thing is his beard and it's wrapped around his foot. Why? I have no idea. But I got him, and I'll see you in the car. Okay, so that was Goodwill and Burnham. I have to say that so far as their hard goods, I was pleasantly surprised as to how much they actually did have. The aisles were very tight. It was pretty crowded, and There was some pretty typical Goodwill shoppers in there. I said it. I said it out loud. I said it. I said it. And I don't regret it. So it made for an interesting filming experience. I don't know how much footage I got. Hopefully we can at least get a 10-minute, maybe a 12-minute video out of it, because you know what? That's the reality of it. Yeah, Goodwill here in Burnham, Pennsylvania. So guys, I would like to think that you're going to get a laugh or two out of this video, because I might be a little shady during the voiceover, so we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, as long as you laugh, that's all that matters to me. We did find some stuff, 2 of the siesta, the barrel mugs. We got that little, what's his name, you know, the guy that falls asleep and the beard. I couldn't figure that out at first. And the interesting clay Italian hobbyist kit. So anyhow guys, I hope you enjoyed. You gotta laugh. I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye guys.